And welcome back to another episode of Palm Beached. How we doing, Marilyn?
Good morning. Doing great. I love this weather.
Oh,
this
man.
is fantastic.
Guys, we're at the Ponciana Plaza recording live. This is some of the craziest weather. I mean, it's beautiful, it's sunny, but then as soon as you step in the shade, I'm freezing my butt off. How you feeling?
Yeah, my toes are numb. Definitely numb. I'm wearing heels. That might have something to do with it, but it's 57 degrees, guys.
57. For Florida, that's negative
cold.
30. Yeah.
Right?
You know, I moved here. Now, you're from here. I moved here. I used to laugh at people in a sweater at this temperature. I'd be like, oh, I can walk outside that. Now, I'm that guy. Like, I walked my dog this morning in a leather jacket, and it was like, was it 57, 55?
Yeah, it takes a minute to get used to.
That's like sweater weather anywhere else. But anyways, we haven't recorded in a while. We're sorry, but we were very busy. We had the holidays. How were your holidays?
Yeah, they were great. I spent a lot of time with my family. Yeah, but I also did intermittent photo shoots, so I was super busy. I was still kind of working through the holiday, but I enjoy my work, so it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, and if you haven't listened before, Marilyn is the biggest influencer in Palm Beach. She's the biggest model in this area. I mean, I'm telling you, you can't miss her. Go on her Instagram. She's got some of the hottest pictures out there. But, you know, right now, we're just enjoying the day. It's beautiful out, and we just had New Year's. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year, guys.
What'd you do?
I stayed in, actually,
Me too.
And then enjoyed the next day. The last, I think, 2 years I stayed in on New Year's Eve, and then I usually do polo on the first day. This year, I didn't do polo. I went to the Palm Beach Clock, that famous clock on Worth Avenue, to take the picture with all my sunrise family friends. I have a group of friends that we watch the sunrise together, and family too, every morning. I try to make it there every morning. Sometimes I don't make it, but for the most part I do make it. But I've built friendships with this group of people, and so what they do is they do a group picture every year on the first day of the year.
I've seen it. There's quite a few of you up there.
Yeah, it's really cute. I love it. But it's
nice.
a great way to start the year, you know. It brings unity and it's fun.
So you got a resolution? Resolutions?
To be honest, I really haven't. I guess one that I was thinking of doing was not doing no coffee, but it's not working. Because I live a pretty healthy lifestyle. I work out, you know. I don't drink too much alcohol, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I try to take care of myself and maintain myself. But that was one thing, was the coffee. But I only have one coffee a day in the morning. It's like, it's not that bad.
Oh, there's Marilyn's phone. That's okay.
I think I do that every time.
That's all right. That's all right.
The whole no coffee hasn't worked yet. Maybe I can think of something else. But do you have one?
Yeah, well, you know, I do stand-up comedy, if you haven't listened before, and I'm just trying to do some bigger shows, trying to book some bigger acts. We had a lot of success this year. Last year was great. I started producing shows, and we're now filling up our venue. I mean, it's only like 40, 50 seats, but we're filling up. We're selling out, so I'm looking for a bigger venue now, and I've actually got a big show coming up. If you're a dog, you got a dog. What's your dog's name?
Do I not have a dog? First of all, it's not a dog. I don't consider Giorgio a dog. He's definitely my son, but he's a Shih Tzu, 14-pound little Shih Tzu. He's usually with me. I should have brought him.
Oh man!
But you've met him.
Yeah,
he's amazing. He does not act like a dog. He's very sophisticated, very composed. He actually looks at other dogs like, "What are you?" He's so used to going everywhere with me. Most of his time he's spent with humans. So.
And how old's your dog?
He's 10.
10.
He's going to be 11 on March 31st. He does not act 10. He lives a very good, lavish lifestyle, so he doesn't act 10, but he's healthy. God bless him. And you have a dog. I still haven't yet to meet Moose.
Oh yeah, I've been bad about that. Moose is 15. He's very friendly. You know, sometimes the two dogs, you know, if you got one, I mean, I've only got one dog, but if we both got our dogs together, I don't know. They might be too much for us. I don't know. But
maybe.
Not that they would fight or anything. It's just they'd want to do their own thing. You know, they're a little independent. You know, like my dog, he doesn't even get up when I get up. Like most dogs are up when you get up. My dog's still laying in bed, you know.
Are you
like,
serious?
Yeah, I wake him up to go on a walk. He's like, "What are you doing? You want to walk right now?"
Oh my gosh, he's independent. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, Giorgio is very much like almost like a body part of mine. Literally, like I get up, he's ready to get up. We do everything together.
Yeah, that's
He's
great.
amazing. He's my best friend. I love him.
Have you ever taken them to any of the dog parks in Palm Beach County? Have you been to any
You
of
know
them?
what? I had been when I first got them. I had been to a few, and I don't really like to commingle. I mean, I don't mean to sound like a snob, but they say that a lot of the parks do carry disease and stuff like that. So to be honest with you, I kind of deter from spending time, or socializing him too much. The other day I did go to a girlfriend's. It was her birthday. I went to my girlfriend's house. She also had a little Shih Tzu. Her name was Nina, and surprisingly they got along. Giorgio kept stealing her little toy and stuff like that, but I was surprised. They actually were very pleasant together. I don't know if it was because it was a girl or what, but he's not like a temperamental dog, so he's really easy to get along with. He just, he's kind of like, he's very chill. Everybody that meets him is like, God, he's so calm, and I'm like, that's because he's with me all the time, but he's awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely, we've talked about it before. Dogs and strollers, dogs everywhere in Palm Beach.
Giorgio has 3 strollers, like one for every size. One just to pull out of the car, another one to look glamorous on Worth Avenue, one that's sporty so I can run with it. But
and speaking of dogs, what about horses?
I love horses.
We're talking polo.
Polo?
We're talking Polo on Netflix.
I love
Have you watched it?
Polo. I just started watching it, actually. You know how Netflix, you open it up, sometimes it just blasts you with like the latest topic or the latest show. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is right up my alley. It was chilly the other day, and I was like, I'm watching this. And it was very intriguing. I did recognize quite a few of the players. Nacho, Figueroa. I mean, you kind of get used to it I lived in Wellington for 8.5 years, so I was familiarized with some of the players. And I love that ambience, that whole world, the horse show world. It's extravagant. It's nice. You meet a lot of interesting people on there. And actually, watching the show, I did not realize how many of the players live in our state and actually in our town. They live in, a lot of them I knew Wellington, but Palm Beach Gardens. It was really cool watching the show, how we're literally surrounded by, this group of people that are on the show that are being documented. So it was really cool. And anyone who hasn't seen it, watch it.
There's really cool. No one else. Like, it's not like a common thing. It's not like, oh, this polo place in this state and this polo place in this state. Like, there's Wellington.
Wellington is internationally known because of the polo season. Yeah.
Because I don't really know where else they go for like major polo events. Like, maybe I don't know, but all I know is that the scene down here is quite amazing. And I think I've been to polo, and the cool thing about polo, it's like a little party in the middle of the day, and the girls are dressed like, I love it.
I have like all these hats. Yeah, the polo hats. Girls love it, and I just like dressing up. I always have. Yeah. So for me, it's like it's just every part of it. I prefer going out during the day. Now that I'm a little older, I'm not in my 20s anymore. So going out in the middle of the day and going to polo for me is awesome. I absolutely love it. They have the after party, which is fun too, but I just like going and watching the game and then, seeing all your friends, and it's a great time. So anyone that has not been to polo, definitely check it out at least once in your lifetime.
Now, was polo big, like, you grew up here. Was it big, back then? Like in the 80s, 90s, or has it been more in like the last 20 years?
I feel like it's definitely, but the thing is, I didn't live in Wellington, so I don't know. Maybe it was very well known before. I don't want to say something that's incorrect, but I did not know about it until probably the last 10 years. That's when I lived in Wellington, and I moved there probably, I guess it was 2015 or 16 or something like that, and that's when I started, getting into that era of the polo. But people that are already involved in that, they'd probably say, this has been going on for a lot longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wellington's a great town. Actually, I sold mattresses in Wellington. That was the first store I worked at when I was selling mattresses. Yeah, and in Wellington. And that was a cool spot because the polo people come in and they're like, all right, I need a nice one for myself, and I need 7 more for the barn.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and they've got their workers in there, and their barns. Have you seen these barns? These barns look like mansions. I mean, you go out to Wellington, you're like, wait, why is there a mansion right next to another mansion? You're like, no, that's the barn.
Yeah, Wellington is really, it's got its own vibe. And when I lived in Wellington, to be honest with you, I'm such a beach girl. I love being on the east side. So that was like the only thing that I missed. But when I lived there, I really didn't leave Wellington for anything. You have everything there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they're actually renovating the downtown area. It's going to, I think it's not going to be ready until like the next year or the following. But I read that not too long ago. So that should be interesting.
Well, so there's actually, it's funny you bring that up. There's two plans. One, they want to tear out the whole Wellington Green Mall.
Oh, really?
They want to tear out that whole Wellington Green Mall and then turn that into like a downtown.
Oh,
like,
I love that idea
area.
because
Yeah.
who does mall? I'm sorry, I haven't
Like
been
a
a mall
city place.
person since
Yeah.
I was like a teenager. I feel claustrophobic in malls, and I'm just not feeling it. I like when they built the outlets where the Palm Beach Mall was. I was
Yeah.
ecstatic. I was like, finally, I can go shopping and not have an anxiety attack inside the mall. But I love that idea of tearing down the Wellington Mall. The Wellington Mall hasn't been doing well since COVID, guys. So why even keep it there? To be honest, I mean, I don't want anybody from the Wellington Mall to get upset with me for saying that, because I'm sure there's a lot of stores and stuff like that are trying to strive to keep open. But in all honesty, I think that shops and boutiques are just in now. Nobody really does the mall thing. That was like an 80s thing. It
Yeah.
really was. So
It was good for the landlords back then.
yeah, exactly.
No, but the the Palm Beach Mall. You didn't remember the old before the outlets. Remember the old Palm Beach Mall?
The Cross County Mall.
Oh yeah, that was
That
rough.
was old school.
That was
Oh
a rough
yeah,
mall.
that had a little movie theater. I remember going with my sister there, my cousins all the time to go watch movies. Yeah, I mean, listen, there was a lot of cute little spots in there, but you have to develop and modernize. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, geez, if you looked at downtown, I mean, it's like they finish one high rise and they start another
yeah,
while they're doing another one.
yeah.
Yeah, traffic was crazy, huh? I mean, guys, if you're coming to Palm Beach, I'm gonna give you a little tip. The North Bridge goes up at quarter till and quarter after. The Middle Bridge goes up at the hour and the half hour. So if you plan on crossing the island at those times, that's the time you don't want to be going over the bridge.
I had no idea that was the case.
Yeah, actually.
Who told
that's
you? Somebody.
It's actually a sign that I've never saw before. I was riding my bike and I noticed it actually. Like, no wonder people don't get that.
Yeah. It feels like it's like every time I try to drive over, and I don't look at the clock or my watch. Now I will be looking at my watch now that you mentioned that. So
Speaking of driving, I saw the new Ferrari SUV.
oh really?
Did you see it yet?
I haven't. No.
I'm not a fan, I gotta say.
Really?
I'm a big Ferrari guy.
I
I
see.
love cars, but this thing, it looks like a little Mazda SUV or something.
Really?
Like it's got. I mean, it's cool. It sounds nice and everything, but it's very small. I thought it was gonna be bigger, being that it was an SUV.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna fit in that thing. I mean, you would probably be okay, but me.
Yeah. I mean, it's just interesting how a lot of these exotic car, brands are going into SUVs. I love the Lamborghini, though. The Lamborghini SUV is badass. It's
you know
beautiful.
that-
It's a very good-looking, nice-looking car.
The Lamborghini
Vehicle.
Urus and the Audi Q7 are actually the same car.
Really?
Did you know that?
No.
Just $100,000 difference. If you
Yeah.
want those badges.
I mean, that's just the way that it goes.
Hey, but that's the
unfortunately,
thing. You're driving a Lambo.
Yeah.
You got the Audi, like, okay, but there's a difference. But anyways, guys, I love this time of year. We're in season. Right now, we're at the Ponciana Plaza. This place is packed. I mean, we tried to park. Hey, I didn't know this either. Free parking. She knew that.
Well,
Marilyn knew.
free parking here at the Royal Poinciana. Anywhere else, if you park, you definitely want to pay for parking, because I got a ticket the other day just leaving my car for 7 minutes. I thought I had paid and my app didn't go through. So you definitely want to be conscious of paying. But really, honestly, you have to pay for parking anywhere you go now. West Palm, downtown, everywhere. I mean, everywhere you go now, you have to pay for parking. So it is what it is. It's where we're living. We're living in a high demand, fun city that's definitely developing quick. So it's not anything that's going to stop happening. It's just going to happen and happen more and get more expensive. So it is what it is. We have to live where we live.
Yes. Now, all right, guys. Well, the other thing we've been doing lately, we've been doing some photo shoots.
Yes.
Where did we shoot today? We were on Worth Avenue, guys.
Yeah, we were on Worth Avenue. We went to a spot that a lot of people go to. I always like to do certain little areas I feel like I've shot literally everywhere on the island. I'm pretty sure everybody has at this point, because if you're an influencer or model, you know, the island is kind of small, so you have to have an eye for where you want to take a photograph, you know. And I'm always looking at little different areas, being that I'm always out and about. So
Do you have a certain spot you like to shoot, like a favorite
specific
spot?
one?
Yeah.
No, I like change. I'm very diverse, so I get bored really easily, and I never want to shoot in the same spot again. But so that's why one of the reasons that I'm branching out too. I mean, it's always good to have partnerships all over, but I'm transitioning and developing and growing outside of the island as well, getting into like the Delray area with a new partnership that I'm doing.
Yeah, tell us about these brands that you're
So this new brand that I'm doing is Unibel Travail, and they had a store here on the island, and now they opened up another location in Delray. It's a beautiful, beautiful store. It's very large. It's got it's like boho chic, beautiful. You can look at my Instagram at Marilyn Andrea _Fuentes and see some of the looks. They'll be posting a lot of the footage, and I have a new shoot, and they're actually putting together a show here soon in the next month or so you guys can come check that out. I'll be talking about that, you know, in future recordings.
And then what about Fufu?
Yeah, I actually did a shoot with them a couple weeks ago, and now I have another one coming up as well.
Is it Fufu or Frou-Frou?
It's Frou-Frou.
Oh, Frou-Frou.
Yeah, it's
I
French.
was calling it Fufu.
No, it's Frou. Yeah.
And what's their style kind of like? 'Cause, you know,
it's actually really fun. I really enjoy the owner and her style, and you know, all of the vendors and the people that she has, the designers that she works with that she brings into her clothing store. There are bright colors, you know. She has a little bit of everything. Some things that are very classic. You'll see it, like I said, that the looks that I chose for this next shoot that I'm doing, you're going to see some really elegant looks, and then you're going to see some just fun, happy-go-lucky things that you can wear for like cocktail hour and stuff like that. You know, it's really cute clothing. I'm very feminine, so you know, it goes perfect with my wardrobe.
Well, I saw your Instagram for the New Year's outfit.
Oh, yes, that's Unibel, actually.
Dude, that was bling.
Yeah,
that
it's
was
pretty
shining.
cool. Yeah, it was all sequence, large sequence. I had so much fun doing that shoot. I always try to bring in a fun vibe. My personality is always showing in everything that I do. I don't know how to be dull. I actually have to ask the photographer or the designer at the time, am I too much? Because I like to have a lot of fun and move a lot during the photo shoot. So I always say, okay, is that too much?
I know, and then it's funny because I help you and I don't have a lot of experience, and then you're asking me, and I'm like,
well, because you always want the person that's watching you to give you, you know, tell you what they're looking at, and you know, stuff like that. Like I like working with the person that's taking the photograph. So.
And yeah, me not being a photographer, I've actually learned a lot. I actually love photography. I have a car Instagram called Palm Beach Car Show. I took a few pictures today, so that's my that's
your
my
little hobby.
specialty.
I know.
Yes.
I love cars too. I'm very big. I love cars and coffee, and the Cavallino car show's coming up. I mean, anything that has to do with cars, and I'm not a snob. I like when I go to Cars and Coffee and there's like the old school beat up, I don't know, something that's doesn't have to be extravagant for me to like it. It just
like
has to have
Chevy.
like authenticity and character for me to like it. You know, it's like anything in life. Just like my clothing, I like to dress up with very fancy, or I might want to wear something that just looks really cool, you know?
And for those of you who don't know, all right, this is Cavallino. Is a Ferrari show at the Breakers, okay? And they've got Ferraris from the 60s, from when Ferrari started. It's cars that are selling for tens of millions of dollars now at auctions. And what they do is they actually close down the golf course. They flatten it all out to make it smooth for the cars, and they put a car show on the golf course. And the landscapers hate it.
Oh, I bet. Well, if you think about it, it is really terrible what it does to the lawn. But
it's such a cool show.
It is.
You're at the Breakers. You're on the lawn. There's like a million different Ferraris out there. I went years ago. My aunt and uncle had a place down here when I was a kid. I went with them one year, and it was incredible. It was nice as
yeah, there's just something about car shows, and then with the car show, there's always some models there, and you kind of incorporate. It's great when they incorporate fashion with cars. Like, what better combination is that? You know, It's just awesome. And then they have, you know, it's just there's a large network that comes out, and you meet interesting people. So anybody that hasn't been, definitely try to go.
And then across the bridge, shortly after that, is Supercar Week. And that's the West Palm Car Show. And that's actually a really cool show. It starts in Boca. It's over the course of a week. They do a concourse in Boca. They do another one. They do a private one here in Palm Beach. And then they do the Sunday show, which is on Flagler, and it pretty much stretches all the way from bridge to bridge.
When is that actually?
I think it's like the 25th
what is that one called?
or 26th. Supercar Week.
The Supercar Week.
But that's the Sunday show is the best show because they got all the cars on the lawn, all the cars they block off the whole.
Yeah, I've been to that one a few times
Yeah.
actually. I don't know why. I'm not a one and done, but I felt like I went a couple times and I was like, okay, I'm moving on to different things. But I definitely want to go. I am like that though. Like I'll go to something one year and then the next year I'm like, I want to do something different. I have to kind of be intermittent. I don't know what it is about me, but I get bored very easily. But no, I definitely want to see that one this year. For sure.
Nice.
Yeah, because I didn't go last year.
A lot of events coming up, guys. That's what Palm Beach is famous for. You go to the events. A lot of people, they don't go to the events just to be seen, but it's actually a tax-deductible event. If you go to most of these events are tax-deductible. So if you're looking to have a good time and save some money on your taxes, go to an event. There's actually, I think it's in the Shiny Sheet or one of those things like that. They've got a whole list. They put every week. They have all the different things going on. And
what about art shows? We should talk about that because you are part of the comedy portion of the Peach, but there's art exhibits there. I don't know why, but I love the Peach. I think it's such a cool vibe.
If you
should
haven't
talk about that.
West Palm, all right, under Southern Boulevard. It's the old part of West Palm. It's on Georgia Ave. It's called the Peach, 3950 Georgia Ave. It is the coolest thing we have on this side of the bridge. On the other side of the bridge, let's say, okay? Because let me tell you something. This is an artist collective. There's 3 buildings there. One building is a Mexican restaurant called El Segundo. Best tacos, actually best nachos I've ever had.
Where is this?
This is at the Peach.
Oh,
they
I
opened
didn't
a
know
restaurant.
that.
Yeah, they got $5 margaritas.
I haven't eaten
all
at the
day, every day.
restaurant.
It's amazing.
Oh, and I didn't know that was $5 margaritas every day.
Every day, all day.
That's pretty cool.
That's their thing they're running right now. So they have a restaurant there. Then there's 6 studios. There's a guy who makes T-shirts. His name's Jordan. There's another guy named Craig. He is a big artist in Florida, guys. He's painted murals all over downtown West Palm. He's painted murals in Boynton Beach. He's painted murals in Delray Beach. So he's a great person to see. You can see his studio. You met Craig. You met Craig. You did a picture in front of his little flamingo picture. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to bring it up for you sometime. But yeah, I think you met him.
The
Marilyn
Peach is, I don't.
Yeah, Marilyn came to my show once, and then she left after 5 minutes.
And that's not true. I was there like a half an hour or so.
But yeah,
I don't know.
There's also some other people that are just doing art. There's a woman there who's a full-time artist that puts on like gallery events, and then there's another woman there who just moved in named Pam, and she makes dresses. So if you need someone to make a dress, you got a dress lady, you got a t-shirt guy, you got tacos, you got comedy. We perform in the gallery. There's a 3rd building. They converted that into a stage area. There's also art exhibits in there too. So sometimes when we're performing our comedy, we're doing it around works of art that are beautiful. Like last night, we had all these pictures on the wall where we were performing. The cheapest picture was $3,000. Now, I know in the art world that's not like crazy money, but for stand-up comedians to be doing comedy around that sort of art, that's pretty cool. So, guys, if you ever want to try stand-up comedy, Mondays we produce a show at the Peach. That starts at 7 o'clock. We do a writer's room. If you ever needed help working on a joke, thought of a joke that you weren't sure was funny or not, or just need some feedback on a joke, 7 o'clock we do a writer's room, and then 8 o'clock we put on the show. You get 5 minutes. Usually I host it, or usually I have a guest host, and sometimes the show goes to 10 o'clock, sometimes it goes to 1 o'clock in the morning, depending on how many comics we have. But it's a fun time. It's all local comics. Sometimes we have national acts coming in from New York and Canada. I've had people come in from London to do acts at our show. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. And then also Subculture Coffee, which is the same owners as the Peach. Subculture Coffee, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. That's the sign up, 7:30. We do a show there too. That's a little different show. It's a little smaller, ends a little earlier, but still a good time. So there's plenty of opportunities, guys, to do stand-up comedy or to watch it. You know, we used to have a Palm Beach Improv, and they shut it down. We were talking about Wellington earlier. They're talking about opening it in that plaza where they're going to make like this new city place of Wellington.
Oh, really?
They want to put the Improv there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so in the meantime, it's at the Kravis Center, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so until
I'm
then...
I'm surprised they'd want to put it on the west side because right now, I mean, maybe they're trying to just level it out, you know. I'm not like it's that far away. Think about it. People are, I don't know, like when I went to Cars and Coffee, everybody was like, oh, that's a half an hour away because it was at the outlets. And I'm thinking, take Forest Hill. It's one shot to Wellington or take Southern. It's really not that far, you know. So our town is, everything is pretty much remote, you know.
Do you know, it's funny you say that. You know that the town of West Palm was actually designed to work around a rail car system. And that's why you have those funky streets at the end of Clematis that make that Y and everything like that. Yeah, because those were for the streetcars to come in and out.
Oh, interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is interesting.
See, I'm a wealth of useless information.
No, that's kind of cool. I mean, because you get frustrated sometimes when you're driving. You're like, who are the engineers of these roads, you know? And then when you say something like that, it gives you a little bit of an explanation, you know?
Like, oh, okay, they were doing it different back then.
Yeah, they had a different thought in mind. I get it.
Yeah, so... But yeah, guys, it is beautiful out today. We're having a good time. We got shows coming up. We got comedy shows. We got car shows.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. One thing before we leave, I wanted to talk about our 33480.
You go first, yes.
I wanted to talk about the apparel and accessories line that we're launching together. And if you guys have any ideas, you know, we do have a lot on there, but we're putting in new styles. If you have any thoughts on something you'd like to see, if anybody wants to work with me as an influencer to collaborate on posts, you know, stuff like that, just let us know and I'd love to speak to you.
Yeah, 33480, and that's 33480h.com, because everyone says I live in Palm Beach 33480. We're like, So 33480.com, 33480 on Instagram, 33480 on Facebook. We're on all the social media platforms. Check us out. And I did want to mention, I do have a show coming up, a comedy show, dog benefit comedy show. You gonna come?
Oh, that's
you
cute.
Gonna bring Georgie
Yes,
out?
I want to. What time is it at?
It's gonna be 7 o'clock at the Peach, where we were just talking about.
Yeah.
The tickets are $20. This is the cool thing, right? A portion of that goes to the Justin Bartlett Animal Rescue.
Oh, that's cute.
So that will actually benefit some rescue dogs and things like that.
Aw.
And you get a drink. You get your choice.
Ooh la la.
You get a margarita, a beer, a well drink, or a soft drink of your choice.
That's
so
cool.
That's part of your ticket. So you're going to get a drink, you're going to be helping out dogs, and you're going to be helping out local comedians. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be the feature of the night. Sarah Amore is going to be the host. Sarah Amore has been on Netflix. She's been on Last Comic Standing. She also has a podcast called Space Junkies on Sirius and some other platforms too. We'll probably have her on soon. And then also Eric Lewin, guys. Eric Lewin is a headliner from Las Vegas. He moved here a year ago, and he has been taking over South Florida by storm. He's headlined anywhere. He's been all the way from Palm Beach, Jupiter, Miami. He's been headlining everywhere. He's very funny. And he's actually been mentoring me for the last few weeks. He's a really good guy.
Nice.
So, yeah, you know, we can all use mentors. We can all use...
Where's he from?
He's from Las Vegas.
Oh, he's from Vegas.
Yeah,
cool.
he's from Miami. And then I think he moved to Vegas and he moved back. So
Got it.
But yes, so much going on in Palm Beach, guys. We love it here. You know, we got the shows coming up. Take your dog for a walk on the beach. It's beautiful today. Are we up to 60 yet, or are we still in the 50s? I think, what are we at? Marilyn's going to give us a temp check right now.
Let's see here if we're warming up or not.
Let's see what we got. 61, guys. All right, we're warming up a little bit, guys. 61. All right, just in that time. I think it's because we were sitting in the shade and the sun came out, and then watch. We're going to go back. The sun's going to go away, and we're going to go right back.
But we're going to be in these. No, we're going to be like the next couple of days is literally highs in the 60s, lows. Tomorrow is going to be the low of 46. Oh, this whole week. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. This is like the best time to work out. Or when I wake up in the morning, it gives me a little zest of energy.
See, I
just
moved
love
here.
it.
I
like
moved here
it.
to be warm.
No,
so
I like
hate
it.
that.
I mean, come on, enjoy the little chilly weather for once in this entire year. The rest of the year, we're going to have bullet sweats down our faces. Okay, let's enjoy it while we can.
Yeah, I guess I could bust out the leather jacket. I don't get to do that often.
Exactly.
So, there's a comedian named Cat Williams, and he did a set in Chicago, and he said, if you live in Chicago, you got to buy a jacket from Chicago.
Love it.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, shows coming up, all kinds of events. We're going to be back next week. Thanks for hanging in there. We had the holidays, but we're through that. And our New Year's resolution as the two of us is that we are going to record weekly and have shows for you guys.
There you go.
And
there you go.
We want you guys to try to find us one day. We're out here shooting every Tuesday. We're shooting at places all over Palm Beach. We want you to come find us. And we also want you to guess. If you don't know where we're at, maybe send a guess of where Marilyn's at on her Instagram.
Or even a suggestion of where you want us to be.
Yeah,
I'd love to meet you guys in person. We'd love to, meet and network with the people that are listening. So,
not only that, guys, if you wanted to do a podcast, if you're looking for a place to promote yourself or to talk about yourself, we're a newer podcast too, so we're looking for guests, we're looking for stories, we're looking for sponsors.
Partnerships.
Anything like that. Keep us in mind, 33480.com, 33480@gmail.com, and again, on 33480 on Instagram. Marilyn and I are both on that one. You might be talking to one of us. You'll probably be talking to Marilyn. She loves to chat. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go I'm gonna go walk on the beach. You gonna walk on the beach?
Yeah, if you want to take a walk on the beach, let's do it.
I think so. It's really nice out, and I think I'm going to take it from here. So thank you guys for listening.
Yes,
this was a great show. It is beautiful out. Come visit Palm Beach.
Enjoy the weather.
Yes, enjoy the weather. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Take care.